So first of
Okay.
all, I wanted to know about how much percentage you know in development. Is something like, have you started building catalogs from scratch, record producers from scratch, or how it is?
No, we have an idea about building catalog items and record producers.
You have
So
idea, correct?
yeah.
And in the workflow, you are lagging with the script part there also, I guess.
Somehow, yeah.
Yeah. So this consists of the scripting class consists of client side and server side. So you guys know this. There's only two kind of script: client side and the server side. If you
Okay.
master these two, ServiceNow or any other tool, means you will learn each and everything. You will get to know each and everything while creating a client side and server side script. So you don't have to go anywhere. Even for the integrations, maybe in the upcoming future, you might be part of integration from one instance to another, doing integrations with the help of ServiceNow. So there also the scripting will be very helpful. So
Okay.
this is what I have designed it. So basically, start with the client script, UI
Okay.
policies, scripting. Then we have a lot of questions to discuss, lot of assignments, lot of hands-on, only hands-on, no PPT. I'm not teaching with, I'm not familiar with the PPT also. I just only teach you whatever the hands-on, which client is giving exact requirement, and you will be doing as assignment, or I will be telling you what need to be done, and I'll make you teach all those stuff. So there's no prerequisites is needed. If you don't have a background of coding also, it's well and good, no issues. So UI policy, server side, uh, script till ACL scripting we are discussing. So there's nothing much more on that. So client side and server side. So I've divided client side into one half and server side another half. Wherever
Okay.
you need server
So
side, we will be using. So see,
so ACL scripting includes what exactly?
server side scripting.
Okay.
So if I open ACL, let me show you something. Let's open any existing one. You will see one section here that here is advanced section. Let me show you on ACL. See the advanced section. See the script part below here.
Okay. So you're going to teach what kinds of matlab,
Wherever you need any kind of scripting, where we need client side, where we need server side, where exactly see scripting is involved. So ACL required server side scripting. Similarly, script include required server side scripting. So wherever we are in need of server side, I'll teach you. Where we need of client side, where we use client side, that all will be taught. If you see, we cannot say that what kind of scripting we will use here. So but here we are using server side. So you need to understand the concept of client side and server side. Similarly
yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
other modules.
I have basic idea about client side and server side.
Uh-huh.
So
I have one question, sir.
Mhm.
So, how do you exactly identify where should we use client side or where we have to use server side?
Okay.
So, how do you identify that?
Yeah. So one question to you. So how you find whether what is the meaning of client side first, Harshada? You know some basics of client side.
Yes, client side scripting is used to run the code which is there on the client, and the server
What
side
exactly client means to you?
client is the one who requests something
No,
to
exactly
the
client
server.
means whatever you do on the browser side. What I mean is whatever you do on the browser. What currently, if I type here google.com, so what the page you are seeing, no, it's a client side, the browser you are seeing, and whatever we'll type over here and whatever we'll search, that will go in the backend, which we don't see, which act as a server side. Your database, which is present on the table, is your date is your server side. Whatever you modify the forms, that is your client side, like your catalog. Your client will see, your end user will see the form where user will click on order now and they will submit the form, correct? The form which appear in front of the client, the browser, is your client side. But they don't know, if I click on order now, what will be the backend process? That backend process comes under server side.
Okay.
So yeah, so data related stuff, server related stuff, that all comes under server side. So let me give you an example. If I type here incident, take an example. If I open this new record, the page which you are seeing, no, the form which you are seeing is your client side form. Here you can do the changes on the client side. But if I ask you, I want some data to populate on the form, it means that you should query the database. Means you have to pick the data from the database present in service. Now then you will pick that and show on the form. That part becomes the server side. So this is
Okay.
how and everyone identify whether it is server side or the client side. So maybe Maulik, so I think
Yeah.
you have the idea what exactly
Yeah.
I'm.
Yeah. So Raj,
Uh,
could you please take me through the modules of scripting?
Yeah, I'll tell you. Yeah,
Yeah.
so do you have any question?
yes, my question was, how do you identify where we have to use the client side scripting and where we have to use the server side scripting?
Okay.
Yes, so that was my question. How do you identify basically?
Yeah. So whenever some cosmetic changes related to your forms, related to your tables, will consider as a client side. There will use client side. When there's a requirement like to get the data, to get those details which are not present on the form, you will be using the server side. Like if I ask you to auto populate caller ID over here, whoever log into my ServiceNow instance, I want to auto populate caller ID. It means that you have to query the table, user table, and from user table I have to pick the data of user and then show it on the form. That part I need server side. If I want on change of category, let's say hardware, I want this field to be hidden. There we need client side. So cosmetic changes is related to the client side and the data related stuff is related to your server side. So wherever data stuff comes into picture, you are going to use server side. If I talk about ACL, there we need data actually, because you are providing a role and role is present on the particular table called sys user role table. From there, you are checking the role, whether user is having role or not with the help of a script, let's say. There you need server side. If I ask you to modify the incident form, there we need client side.
Okay.
So you have got it what I'm trying to say.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. So this is how exactly client side and server side work. So if I consider, let's say, let's open any catalog item. This one only, Google Pixel. Okay. So this is your form. Now this is just the client side. The user can see only this part, client side form. Actually, this view is not exactly the view which user will see. This is just a native view, or you can say the ITL view. User will see the view on the service portal. So what I need here, I need a buyer name to be auto populate. Here, we are going to write a server side script to get the details of user from the user table and put it over here. Now, if I type something over here, let's say, and on type of this, I want to hide this part. So I am just what I'm doing. I am just doing the cosmetic changes on the form. So that part is considered as the client side. You can either set the value, you can get the value of the client. Just assume no, you have your WhatsApp account. This you are sending message to Maulik. Hi. You will only see the hi message and Maulik will only receive the hi message, but you don't know in the backend how hi is encrypted and decrypted at Maulik end. So you don't know that. You are not allowed to see that, but it is happening in the backend. That backend process is called server side. And what you see is only hi message. The message can be of any form, your text, image, whatever. So I think now you can correlate it what exactly client side and server side means to you.
Yes, sir.
Mhm. Now coming back to Maulik. So this is what we are going to start with is client side. So
Okay.
that's what front end is called client side. That's called front end developer. And backend is a backend where server side is called server front backend developer. If you combine both, that's become a full stack developer. So
Yeah.
the client side will start with all the coding questions from basic to advanced, not even questions, scenarios. what exactly client is looking for, and even how to use the coding in ServiceNow. It's it's very much relevant to JavaScript, but don't consider exactly as JavaScript. I'll make you teach what exactly you need to use scripting. You don't, if you don't have prior experience also, doesn't matter. You will learn the scripting. So first start with client script, then UI policy, data policy, then we'll start with the server side. It will take time, maybe 3 4 days to finish your one part of scripting client side. More than that also, it depend on the how fast you grasp, how much coding you are able to do it. It depends. Then we'll start with server side. In service now, server side is divided into a lot of categories.
Okay.
Wherever server side is using, one is your script include, your business rule, your glide ajax, background script, schedule job script. Lot of places where we use server side scripting, not only at one places. I think I can name them 7 6 7 places where we use server side scripting mostly, and client side is just for the cosmetic changes. So we have to focus on client side as a front end part where user can see, and the back end part where you are managing the data, that part. So yeah, client side, server side, and even catalog script we are going to do it examples. Then we will create a buttons, UI buttons, where we'll write a script both server side and client side where we use on the button part. Then we'll have the email script also where we'll write a script on the emails to trigger based on the few conditions. And then we have ACL scripting. Even I can include integrations also, but it depends if you know integrations or not. So this is what my uh, what do you call
Okay.
schedule is.
So this includes script includes also.
Yes, yes, yes. Glide Ajax means script include. We have to use a script include, extension of a script include.
Okay.
Yes. So this is the most important part. That's what I have put extra attention. This is a very important as point of ServiceNow scripting is considered. This is very, 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 very much important.
Okay.
So direct question in interviews, direct question by the client. They will give you scenario to auto populate based on user's location. You need to glide few tables. You need to go inside few tables and get the details. So there we need glide ajax and script include. This all is included over here. So that's what from day
So,
1 till day 6 it is.
hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, sorry for interrupt. What about fixed script?
6 script is also there. Background
Okay.
script, 6 script. Everything is there. So wherever you need scripting in ServiceNow server side, it's all considered. Maybe if I miss something over here in the schedule, you
So
just
actually, I want to
So-
know what is fixed script because we are not aware about this.
you know about server side.
Yeah.
Okay. And fixed script is where you will write a server side of code. It's similar to your background script. But the difference between this fixed script and background script is you will write a script and you will just run that script at the same time it is going to run for you. So you don't have to wait for any activity. Let's take an example. You have your table called incident table. And from incident table, your manager wants to get the details of all those tickets which are in progress, or let's say which are on hold, and I want the same code to be present in all the instance. So what you will do here, you are going to write a fixed script. You will write a fixed script, you will capture that fixed script in your update set, and then you will move it from there, and then in the update in the production instance you will ask them to run that script. So it's a server side script where it will allow you to run the process at the same time. You can schedule that fixed script also. So if I type here fixed script, system definition, see, it's nothing new. Just click on, you will have to write a script. Let me just save it. You just have to write a script over here and you have to run it based on these two conditions where you wanted to put it. And you can even capture this in your update set. You know this background script will not be captured in update set. So how you will run it? You will just write a script. You have to capture this and update it and move it to the different instance, and there you run it. You will get the what do you call, get the output on your screen on the very top. Else you can put a log, it will be in the log table. If I done this, you will see a background over here appearing. Are you sure you wanted to run this script? So this kind of window will be appearing over here. If you click on proceed, it will run over here. If you click on proceed in background, you can do your work and keep your script running until unless it's finished. Currently, I don't have a script here, so I will not run. So this is the use of fixed script actually. Same
Uh,
script,
Okay.
Hello,
same.
sir.
Yeah.
Chinmay here. So actually, I have a doubt regarding integration. So if we consider integration of a plan, so what will be the topics that will get covered in this? Means it will be inclusive of attachment, auth authentication, as well as an in attachment. There are two types, that is in base 64 and multi-part. So will these two topics will also get covered in integration part?
So Chinmay, you know about inbound and outbound, every integration, every part of integrations. Have you done any kind of integrations?
Yes.
Okay, so for about what about others? Because integration part will be a big topic. So if you want me to teach only that base 64 conversion and all that attachment part, that will be included if everybody knows that integrations.
Okay.
So if I explain you and other will not understand, then that will be a problem. So what about others? Harshada, what?
No, we are good to learn it. So
Yes, sir. We are willing to learn it.
So integrations with scripting, I'm not sure whether we can include in this class, and Ilma can answer this question. But this is entirely for scripting. So if you,
okay, so is it a separate module
yeah,
for scripting?
service now, scripting I can include it if you know integrations. Integrations is a big module where you will learn. Let me show you the integrations I have, I guess. So integration, we learn this much from REST, SOAP, email, inbound, outbound, using table API, using Postman, using Jira. Lot of things we learn on integration. So this part is entirely different, and scripting part is entirely different. Even in this course, I am teaching integrations. Sorry, scripting when wherever we require while doing it. So this part is pretty much different.
Okay.
Hmm. So if you know each and everything, or LDAP, then I can include it here. If not, then this will, if you want to include integrations also, then Nilima can answer this, because this is just for the scripting class.
Okay. So
Yeah.
actually, I was looking for a course that includes integration by default in itself.
By
Uh,
default.
yeah. I thought that is it. It is included in the course because scripting part, UI policies, UI actions, we are aware about it. Business rules, things. So we were specifically looking for script includes fixed scripts and integrations part.
Yeah,
Okay.
and also in scripts in ACLs.
Okay. So in this case, we need to revise this then. So you know basics about scripting, where to use the underscore form, what is the use of glide record. This is all you understood, everyone.
Yeah, many of us are aware about it.
Okay. So in this case, I can include integrations. So integrations plus scripting will only, I'll take your fixed script. Let me have a note. What you need, fixed script. So
Fixed script
integrations
script
from
includes
scratch, or how it is?
Scratch. That will be good for all. So if anyone is not knowing it, he'll be able to.
Then fixed script
ACLs, scripting in
is,
ACLs.
and then business will, you guys are aware.
Yeah, business.
Script include.
And done. And anything else?
And the attachments both the way, that is base 64 and multi-part.
That will be taken care in integration. Still, I will have a note.
Suraj, can we include widget side script as well?
One second. Base 64 and encoded one B also.
Multi-part form data. Yes.
You are talking about widget side service portal. No, I
Yeah.
cannot attach it over. It will cross it.
Okay. So we can include all these modules.
Yeah, if you know server side and the client side much better, let's say, then you can obviously going to learn this part also. a service portal where you will call HTML site, client side to HTML site, server side to HTML site. That's it. There's nothing in the widget side. C
Okay.
dot data, this dot data. That's it. If you know server side and client side, that also I can
Okay.
give an introduction, but that's a big topic, widget creation and all that part. So anything else do we need to include over here?
Flow designer.
Flow designer can also be added.
Flow
Or
designer doesn't contain a script, first of all.
Okay, but there are some situations that we require some minute script.
For flow
Means,
designer,
yeah,
flow designer is made because we are not using any script, but let's see.
yeah, but there are some scenarios in case we have to, if you have to use script, then we have to means inclusive without script and inclusive script the scenarios.
Why can't we use workflow over there? We can use workflow script there instead of flow designer.
okay.
Let me have a look on this.
Raj, a quick question. So not for creation of widgets, but if I want to customize a widget, so can you teach us the scripting for customizing a widget?
See, on the visit part, you have four things: client side, server side, your HTML or CSS. You know this, correct?
Okay. Yeah.
Whether you customize, whether you create, you have to know these four things. At least two things from client and server side, and your HTML. HTML, how you will call from server side data to the HTML, you have to use this server side and client side. So whether you create or update doesn't matter. It will be your client and server side.
Okay, but I just want to learn where the data is sent from server to client. So I want to learn that procedure. So can we include it in a
Yeah, the MVC structure.
Yeah, anything else?
No, good.
Let
That's
me
good.
check this one out. So just check it. Do you need anything else from the scripting side? Let me know.
Just let me.
You can start from this one.
Do we have any script in data policy or just is normal configuration?
We have a script similar to whatever you use in the client side. So no issues. This can also be included, but if you know this client side, so that's what you can use the
Uh,
same technique over there. We have the advanced section over there.
okay.
Even in the import set also you have a script. Transform map, you have a script.
Okay.
Can you please include this glide date time in our plan so that because it's again a different module because other than glide record.
Okay.
All right.
Correct.
Yeah. Perfect.
And also, yeah, the email script. Yeah, on this page.
So integrations attachment will be included. Fixed script. I'll make one custom module for you guys. Then how much time will it take?
Yes, and one more question, yeah, regarding this integration. So, do we are including of all the authentication process that JWT auth authentication, basic auth will also be included in this?
Auth, basic.
JWT?
You guys are using JWT?
No, not yet. I have worked on auth.
JWT, I won't be able to show you because this is my personal instance, and from personal instance, it won't be supported. But
Okay.
I'll give you an idea. I'll give you an idea. JWT, and we have token also. So this all which is supported by ServiceNow, which can be shown to you in my personal instance. Even the mid server will be
The mid-server installation. Yeah, that is also an important topic.
Installation on personal is very much difficult, but because we don't know from which
Hmm.
server we are going to install it. I'll have a look on this because mid server is not available in personal instance. You go and check here.
Okay.
It's not available mid server. The mid server configuration itself is not available. This message. Let's open anything. We don't have mid server. We need to create a mid server, but whether it is up on the third party side or not, I have to see. If it is for free, then we can use it. If it is not for free, then I'll tell you how to configure it at least. The mid server on your organization part. But if your organization is having, it is mostly supported by the operations team. So they will take care of mid server is up and down. If it is up, you can use it. If it is down, then they will obviously gonna up that instance. So mostly support team is going to work on the mid server part. But installation, if it is free, I'll make sure that I'll include this. If it is not for free, and then it will be difficult.
Sure.
So
Okay.
let me put it over here. Yeah. Anything else?
That's good, I think.
Okay. So I'll make one schedule including all this. Then I'll give you the exact time, how much time will it take a day one wise, and then we'll move accordingly.
Okay, Raj. So you can send the customized plan for this tutorials, or even Nilima will be sending it. That will
How
be
many
fine.
participants are there in this class? Will be there in this class?
Will be almost 10 or 11 people.
Okay. I'll talk with Nilima on this, and I will send the customized to Nilima, and she will send you.
Okay,
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
So thank you, Raj, for your demo session.
Problem.
Yeah. Thank you, Raj.
Thank you.